Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We're up and running then. Andrei Shevchenko, Jim, European Player of the Year, League winner, European champion, the top scorer in Italy on more than one occasion. It's an extraordinary list of achievements.
It certainly is. He really was the deadliest striker around. Absolutely lethal.
Goal scorer, match winner, national treasure. He is all of those things and much, much more. Succumbs to the pressure. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a pretty loose pass. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Count. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Johor Darul Tazim clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be
Inzaghi! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Kelantan are looking to go forward now.
Cruyff.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Cruyff with the cross.
Look at the space here. Knocks it into space. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Oh, easy pickings there. Conte. Spread it left.
That looks a good ball.
It's Inzaghi! He is world-class! Pippo Inzaghi! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order!
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Johor Darul Tazim are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this...
Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net! And they're threatening to fly away here! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Johor Darul Tazim are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Kelantan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank. Johor Darul Tazim have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Count, Cannavaro with a definite foul there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Filippo Inzaghi. And this is Zico. That ball looks a good one. And this is Ronaldinho. This looks promising. There's the shot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
That is ended up in no man's land. And this is Cruyff. Oh, they could be caught out here. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Couch. Looking for the run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy going forward. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well, that's well spotted. Looking for options for movement. Ronaldinho! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Hakimi. Spread to the right. Shevchenko. Oh, good ball. Can he finish? Well taken goal. And on the stroke of half-time, a priceless goal.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Johor Tazim are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Impressive jump! Not a bad try by any means.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Tries to play it through. Good ball over the top. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Tries to pass it through. Conte. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. That's good vision. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And here's Inzaghi. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now there's a fine ball. And a chance! This time, surely! Rijkaard. Raul. And the shot! And there's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Now that's well seen too. Hakimi. Rijkaard.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Ronaldinho. Great ball if he can get there. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ronaldinho. Now it's Couch. Threads one in. Nice interception, well timed. Gerrard. And here's Van Nistelrooy. That's a sharp pass. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he's picked out the run. He's got away. Hangs one in. That's destined for the flank. Now it's Raul. That's the keeper's ball. Just about up to 75 minutes. Conte. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Conte, great vision, couldn't squeeze it through. And that's really well manoeuvred. Raul, who's set up one goal so far. Now, can they get him away? And Van Nistelrooy! It's a goal! And they are dragging it back! Game on again!
After 78
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Substitution on the field.
And he's done it again! He's got his second!
Number 20.
Kelantan cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Number 25, Sola. Number 11, Rivaldo.
No way through, so back it comes.
Joshua Kimmich.
Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross from Hakimi.
Johor Darul Tazim clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Hakimi cuts out the pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Zola. Gerrard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's shifting through the gears here. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Johor Darul Tazim, with the clock ticking away, have a chance to change the whole picture. Check to save this spot kick, and that is the last of it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Filippo Inzaghi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients
match.
for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We are just getting started. Now the delivery. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he was alert to it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Zico. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Oh, it's Raul. Knocks it into space. He's through here. It's Couch! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lovely pass, but can he get there? In it comes.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
First quarter of an hour gone. Tries to play it through. And it's Couch. Couch! And one thing is for sure, that will not deter him.
He looks to me like he's enjoying his personal duel with this keeper.
Kelantan with the corner, there first. Terrific effort! That's a lovely, neat pass. Johor Tazim have the chance to go the other way. And here's Shevchenko. And they're back on the ball again. Silvestre. Couch running with intent. Decent chance! And he shoots! And it's a goal! And there is your opener. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Big chance! Well taken goal. And they're threatening to fly away here. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Kelantan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead. And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko is offering a wry smile there.
Kelantan have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Nistelrooy. Mendieta's delivery.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball.
And it's been played through. And the finish! And that's a tiny finish!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Johor Tazim cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, there's a real sense that...
Getting up there! It's bounced back off the post!
Ronaldinho. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Rijkaard powering forward here.
Oh, important interception.
Gerrard.
Can he get it through? Always onto this. It's Inzaghi! And that's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
No, that's been intercepted. Johor Tazim have hit a quick-fire double here and are right back on level terms. Cruyff providing an outlet on that flank. Rijkaard. Van Nistelrooy. Marquinhos cuts it out.
Great vision. Not the most convincing of passes.
Raul always looking for that half a chance. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's the end of the first 45. Johor Tazim are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. And we are up to the break.
I think it shows you the danger of not killing off the game when you've got the opportunity. It might be level on paper, Peter, but we know who has the momentum now to go on and win this.
It's a really enthralling 45 minutes, beautifully poised for the 45 to follow. The score at half-time, 2-2. And so the action is resumed. Raul threads one in. Silvestre in acres of space out wide. Well, we've seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Can he get on the end of this? Can he finish? And again! And it's a goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
And that means just one thing.
Chance, surely! In he goes again! And a neat finish! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
The vision wonderful, the technique perfect.
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
Kelantan dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Ronaldinho is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Hakimi, Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's Raul. He's picked his way through. Raul. Hakimi. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Cross into the box. And a header! He will be livid with himself.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
He's in plenty of space here. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the shot! He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. Jahordarul Tazim really could have done without this. Can he? Will he? The comeback is complete. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Kelantan leading now.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Nicely weighted ball. And the pass is intercepted. Hakimi. And it's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. Hakimi has the space to scheme.
Jahordarul Tazim really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
In towards the back stick. Now it's Zico. Ronaldinho. That's a cute ball. Now it's Perez. He is through here. Perez! And that really should have been that.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Number 9, Ronaldinho. Coming on
They've
the
got it
field,
again. That has
Number
not gone well.
25.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apology. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area, and he has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
Roberto Carlos is
Conte.
behind this one,
Coming on
looking to
replace
widen
him
the gap
is
even further here.
Number 22, Xabi Alonso.
Beckham! Zola gets on his bike and on the move. Gerrard tries to pass it through.
Jahordarul Tazim really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Roberto Carlos makes the interception. Beckham. Oh, easy pickings there. That looks a decent ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Great chance! And there's a goal! They have stolen level at the last!
The goal scorer.
Rivaldo at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Is number 24.
So all square. And that will be the final act. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of
Hello,
a match that
everybody,
will
and
really get
welcome
the
to
juices
today's
flowing.
match.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, he's busted! And Van Nistelrooy! They've got to be quick to recover this. This looks promising. Mendieta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played out towards the right wing. Hakimi knocks it into space. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Kaut. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Van Nistelrooy. Gatska Mendieta has twice been voted best midfielder in Europe, Jim.
Well, he likes to take command of everything from central midfield, Peter, but he's also got a great engine, which allows him to drive forward relentlessly. I think he's one of the great all-round midfielders of his generation.
Absolutely. Neatly clipped into space. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Succumbs to the pressure. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos calmly anticipates. Kaut.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Johor Tazim are down to 10 men.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
And it's Hakimi. Some really good ball movement. And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all. Looking for options for movement. And this Cruyff, he's tries a shot! Goal! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Substitution on the field, number 23.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
To replace him is
The first breakthrough.
number 17.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined.
And the finish! And it's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Kelantan restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Great vision. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Cross needs to be good. And reclaimed it in a trice. Johor Tazim making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Raul in acres of space out wide.
He is through here.
Faidz. Oh, that was vital. Ronaldinho looking to be a menace in the final third.
Shot could be on.
Mendieta.
Oh, shooting chance! He's got a goal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Kelantan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Mendieta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, that's well spotted. Van Bronckhorst. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Can he finish?
It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Johor Tazim with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Can he finish? It's hit the upright.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's very neat.
Raul. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Cruyff. Decent chance! It's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah. And that is all they have time for. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, we've seen at times it can be harder to play against 10, and that seems to be holding true so far. Something I've experienced in the past, and with this sort of intensity and fearlessness, who knows, they might just get something they want.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the...
Shot a goal! A ripper from Raul! One more for his glittering collection!
I kind of had a feeling it was going to be him, Peter. He's one of those players who has a natural knack of reading the tide of a game, and he knew it was his time to make his mark. Sensational.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Kelantan with the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down.
Shot, surely!
Faidz. And Hakimi. Shevchenko dominates aerially so often. Now it's Cruyff. Mendieta. Looking tidy in possession here.
Oh, he's burst through!
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Cruyff. And this is
Zico! That was superb goalkeeping!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Van Bronckhorst is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Cruyff showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Faidz. And he welcomes it in. Well read, and the danger is averted. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Ambitious ball here.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Johor Darul Tazim are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Ronaldinho. Roberto Carlos deals with that comfortably. Now it's Raul. That looks a good ball through. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Great chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Number 7.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 25.
And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Substitution.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's a promising position.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Coming on to replace him is number 11.
Baresi gets across to intercept that.
Substitution in progress.
Tries to play it through. Shapes to shoot! And that really should have been that.
Van Nistelrooy really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Filippo Inzaghi, and this is Zola. Great ball, and he's in here. Crosses it in. Johor Darul Tazim very much running into the last chance saloon.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Now it's Kaut, foot in. And they can counter here. Silvestre. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's Kaut. Cannavaro does well to get it back. Looking to play him in. And he's picked out the run. And Cruyff! Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Cruyff might just be regretting what was probably the toughest of his options.
Substitution on the field. Number 18.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
On the field is number 22.
He's hit it long, but astray.
Substitutions.
Xavi Alonso. No way through.
3 minutes added time.
Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Aims beyond the defence. Can he get on the end? He's had a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that's definitely not his best. Messi. Van Nistelrooy, always... And that is as far as it goes. Johor Darul Tazim did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence. Mendieta. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Achraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine, and occasionally an eye for goal.
Yeah, he'll certainly... There's the shot! No, just not quite. Johor Tazim have the chance to go the other way. Quality ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Kout. Well, that looks a decent ball. Pulls it back. Oh, well played. Van Bronckhorst pokes it out wide. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Skims one in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Nicely weighted ball. Cruyff. He's shifting through the gears here. Baresi. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's played in. Goes for a shot! Goal! Simplicity itself.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good read, needed to be. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's found support out wide. Baresi makes the interception. Mendieta. He's a sharp little ball here. And this is Kout! Kout! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Raul. Roberto Carlos does really well to win the ball there. Looking for the run. That's a lovely, delicate pass. Van Nistelrooy showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Can he get it through? Oh, he's burst through! Oh, sweet feet.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed. Filippo Inzaghi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Van Nistelrooy. Shevchenko looking to play him in. Brilliantly cut out.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Silvestre. Gets across to intercept that. Roberto Carlos. Zico, showing good feet. Hakimi receives it in a good position here, knocks it into space. Hakimi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Tries to cross. He's got a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Johor Tazim are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And this is Shevchenko. Gerrard.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
The most accurate pass. Raul gets into a good position. Tries to play it through. And this is Inzaghi. Nice control. Zico has it in a wide position. Impressive jump! And the referee has blown for half-time. Johor Tazim were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Johor Tazim firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. And so the action is resumed. And here's Ronaldinho. Can he finish? Oh, what has happened here? Hakimi. Van Nistelrooy. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Faidz ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard. Ball played for Mendieta. Oh, he's played it in low. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Johor Tazim do have a chance to counter here. Silvestre. Rijkaard. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Silvestre. Oh, it's Raul. Looking for options for movement. Nicked it back promptly. Johor Tazim with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. He's in! Must be! He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Look at the space here, and he shoots! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's a pretty loose pass. Almost an hour gone. Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence. Neither of these two want to come off second best. But this is Zico. Well, that has not gone well. Hakimi. Van Nistelrooy. He's looking wide. And that pass just didn't quite work. Conte. Ronaldinho is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Conte. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Mendieta. Gerrard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Mendieta.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Shevchenko.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add...
Can he finish? Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that's a real chance missed.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Number 9, Ronaldinho. Number 10.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 18, Conte. Coming on the field, number 25,
Rivaldo.
Zola. Number 11,
Silvestre
Rivaldo.
did just about
Number
enough to come out on top
24,
there. Neither party overly willing to
22,
compromise.
Xabi Alonso.
Substitutions
The most
taking
accurate
place.
pass. Zola. Now that's well seen too.
No way through there.
That's a cute ball.
Oh, that's clever.
Check claims comfortable.
Johor Darul Tazim couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Shot could be on.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Roberto Carlos. That's a good ball out wide. Great vision. Beckham providing an outlet on that flank. Ball played for Rijkaard.
Oh, super! He's having a shot!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. What a satisfying...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're very much on the way now. Gaitska Mendieta.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Looking for options for movement. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Right, Shevchenko. Mendieta. Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero. One of the most decorated defenders.
Gets his head on it! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Baresi. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
The referee has given a corner, and we have our very first corner.
He's had a shot! Goal!
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Played out to the left flank. Baresi spots it and intercepts. Now it's Kaut. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Kaut.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders.
Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Great chance here from position A1. And this the perfect opportunity to create a cushion between them.
Substitution on the field, number 23, Gerard. Coming on to replace him
Mendieta! Goes for a shot!
Rudiger.
He's keen, determined to have his say.
Kelantan really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Nicely weighted ball.
Cruyff. Lovely bit of skill. And this is Ronaldinho.
He is just caressing the ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Filippo Inzaghi.
Shoots! Oh, it's hit the post! And somehow he has kept that out.
That's going to go a long way. Marquinhos is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising.
Now it's Raul. He's got away. Oh, good take in a good area.
Oh, well played, well played.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he cuts out the supply. Johor Darul Tazim making some potentially decisive changes.
It's Raul!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's Kante. Not the most accurate pass. Mendieta. It's a pretty loose pass.
Johor Darul Tazim certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Silvestre, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And this is Inzaghi.
Inzaghi! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
What a pass, one that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished. That's going in strongly.
Into the channel. Zico providing an outlet on that flank. Lovely feet. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Corner number 2 then.
Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Shevchenko.
Chance for a shot!
It's loose.
He's having a hit!
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half.
Impressive jump! It's in!
Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
And we've reached half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, Peter, there's no doubting that the situation is quite bleak when you're not only losing, but a man down as well. And while the break is most welcome in giving the opportunity for the players to regroup, there's no doubting that the next 45 minutes are going to be extremely difficult.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Johor Darul Tazim can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Conte. And he's intervened well there. Over to the right flank. Van Bronckhorst gets on his bike and on the move. Shevchenko. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines, and he's managed to get free.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Towering header! Oh, crossbar! Shevchenko! It's a goal!
Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Kelantan now in a position far more desirable.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for...
And a header! And yes, it's there!
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Johor Darul Tazim cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Chance, surely! Denied by an instinctive save.
Zico clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Johor Darul Tazim have their third corner. Tries to pass it through.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have...
It's Ronaldinho!
It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Substitutions taking place.
has a look up. He's found some space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Zico, showing good feet. Looking for the run. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
He's onside. Johor Darul Tazim do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Always onto this. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? And that is expertly dealt with. Mendieta. Shot could be on. Can he finish? No, and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's in. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Shot a goal!
Substitution in progress.
And that really should have been that.
Well, judging by his reaction, he clearly feels he should have made more of it, but he's looking very much like the big threat at the moment.
Conte. Coming on to replace him is number 22, Xabi Alonso.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rijkaard. It's a really well-measured ball. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's Marquinhos. Mbappe is the key defender on that occasion. Knocks it into space. Mbappe.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
It's played through for him. Oh, he's all alone.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There will be a throw-in.
Substitution on the field, number 20, Johan Cruyff. Coming on the field.
He has found a way through.
Number 25,
Xabi Alonso. Rivaldo. Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe. Played out wide. Passing nice and neat. Nicely aimed pass. Well timed, excellent interception.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Rijkaard. Foot in. And he welcomes it in. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Van Nistelrooy is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Zico. 5 minutes to add. Knocks it out wide. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he stop it going out? Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's gone backward here. And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And that is that. Johor Darul Tazim cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off.
And
Johor Darul Tazim really did suffer for their lack of numbers here.
Well, they were up against it, but these players can take heart from what was a worthy response. There was no sign at any stage of the towel being thrown in. So positives can be taken, Peter, even in defeat.